I'm going to take you through our range of drying oils that we offer to accompany our oil colour ranges. Drying oils are particularly useful for altering the consistency, the sheen and the drying rate of oil colour. They're also useful to avoid over-thinning, which can happen sometimes when using too much solvent. If you're following the oil painting rules, primarily fat over lean, drying oils will help you adhere to this to maintain a flexible paint film. First up is refined linseed oil. This is the most popular oil and is the purest form of linseed oil. It slows the drying time, reduces the oil colour consistency and increases gloss and transparency. Now I'd like to show you cold pressed linseed oil. Cold pressed linseed oil is the modern equivalent to the linseed oil that would have been used by the old masters. It's a slightly yellow oil which is extracted without the use of heat. It reduces the consistency, improves the flow and increases the gloss and transparency whilst reducing brush marks. It can be thinned with turpentine or artist's white spirit. This oil dries slightly quicker than the refined linseed oil and may have better flow with some colours. And now I'd like to show you drying linseed oil. This is the fastest drying of the oils offered here and is a mix of linseed oil and traditional manganese dryers. It's slightly darker than the refined linseed oil and promotes the fast drying rate whilst increasing the gloss and transparency. Next up is linseed stand oil. This is too thick to be used solely with oil colour and requires thinning at least 1:1 with distilled turpentine, artist's white spirit or Sansador. It slows the drying and imparts a tough enamel finish with no brush marks. It's good for glazing and fine detail work. Okay, let's look at thickened linseed oil. This is a modern equivalent to sun-thickened linseed oil and is indeed incredibly chemically similar. It has a syrupy consistency, it speeds the drying time and improves the flow and gloss. It also increases the durability of the paint film. This oil behaves like a linseed stand oil but dries quicker and darker. Okay, let's look at drying poppy oil. Drying poppy oil is made from poppy seeds with the addition of a drying agent and is the palest of all the oils, making it good for whites and paler colours, which can sometimes yellow with a linseed oil. It has the same drying rate as drying linseed oil but is less yellow. Lastly, let's look at safflower oil. Like poppy oil, this is a pale oil that is particularly suitable for whites and pale colours. It also reduces the consistency of oil colour, increases the gloss and transparency, but the main difference is this will dry slowly. So that covers all of the different drying oils that we have to offer. I've covered all the different variations between each oil and how those variations achieve different effects for your painting processes. It's worth noting here that all of these drying oils can be thinned with either artist's white spirit, distilled turpentine or Sansador. All of the drying oils are available in 75ml plastic bottles, which reduce the risk of breakages. The labels carry great product information, and the refined linseed oil is also available in the larger sizes of 250ml, 500ml and a 1 litre tin.